Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing your girls some love. So I hope y'all don't mind, but I got some more spring fragrances. I love spring, and I do love summer, but I love the cooler months, but I do love it when the sun's outside, but there's still a little bit of a breeze. I live closer to the beach, so I always get that sun. I live in sunny Southern California, so I always get some beautiful sun for the most part. It's really warm here. It stays in about the mid 70s all year long, and then you still get that cool breeze. So all of these like spring scents and the woodiness, the muskiness, the creaminess, the milkiness, but they still have those bright florals or bright fruits inside. I'm all too familiar with those. So I wanted to give y'all another video to give you some more of my favorite spring scents transitioning over into summer. But most of these, like I said, they have an amazing sillage on them. So when that wind blows and it's still a little warm outside, so your skin and your body warms everything up, the sillage is stunning on every single one of these fragrances. So without further ado, we're gonna get into these fragrances, but please follow me on Instagram. And I really do hope that you're already subscribed to my channel. Please go like, comment, turn on those notification bells so that every time I do upload a video, you can be the very first one to give me your feedback, recommendation, comment, all that, y'all. Y'all know the whole spiel over here, okay? I'm not gonna say that every single time I do a video because I just sound like a press play recording. So anyway, I was like, man, it was so hard to choose spring scents for the other video. Like I was limited. I think I only gave you guys like 12 or 13 in the last video, and you already know how I am with my super long videos. So of course I had to break it up. I didn't want to give you 25 videos and then the video's like an hour long and you're like, girl, like we don't have time for any of this. Okay, so I wanted to give you more, and these fragrances were like on my mind. Like I felt like I was missing you all, not me, because I'm over here smelling them. I really felt like you all were missing out on a lot of beautiful scents that I had in my collection. So I'm bringing them, okay? So the very first one we're gonna get into is one that is new to my collection, and I've had it for a couple of months, but it has an amazing honey note in here. There's some Hawaiian Jasmine, Ylang-Ylang. It's just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, intoxicating, all that. The sillage is amazing. Now this fragrance might be a little too cloying to wear in the summertime, so it's definitely amazing for the spring. This fragrance is Moon Glory, and this is by the Harmonist. I did an amazing reel on Instagram and at work. So in here you have some passion flower, there's some lychee, there's some honey, Hawaiian jasmine, there's some vanilla. It's a beautiful honey vanilla ylang-ylang fragrance, and I absolutely love this. So if you haven't got your nose on it, order a sample. If you love the note of honey, this honey in here smells raw. A lot of it doesn't smell animalic to me, but it's definitely giving me raw organic honey, like straight from the hive type honey, and it's delicious. Absolutely love this fragrance, but if you don't love honey, then stay away from this. But this is an amazing spring fragrance, and y'all get your nose on the Harmonist Moon Glory. It's absolutely amazing. Rich, it's decadent, it's almost gourmand leaning, but it's not too gourmandish because of the ylang-ylang and the beautiful note of Hawaiian jasmine in here. It does smell like you're in an amazing tropical forest, but it dries down, slightly woody with that amazing floral smell, but it's too rich for the summertime, y'all. I might wear it in the summertime because I don't care, but for most people it might be too rich on the honey note to wear in the hot sun. The Harmonist Moon Glory. So the next one we're going to get into is another favorite of mine, and all of these fragrances sound a little tropical, but they're a little too creamy, a little too woody, a little too milky, for the summertime. So this has an amazing note, and this is by the House of Gucci. This has an amazing note of ylang-ylang, vanilla, all that, but it's very creamy. The vanilla in here is very decadent. So this is Chant for the Nymph, and this is Gucci. The bottle is gorgeous, okay? In Chant for the Nymph, you have a beautiful note of Frangipani, Ylang-Ylang, vanilla. You have some Tiare Flower in here as well. Did I say Tiare Flower? I think I did already. And that is pretty much it. So there's like 4 notes in this fragrance, and it's absolutely stunning. But the vanilla in here, it's a little powdery, it's a little creamy, but you basically get a bunch of ylang-ylang, you get Tiare Flower, you get some vanilla. It's slightly woody and dried down, but this is creamy, y'all. This is very creamy and powdery. Absolutely head over heels for this fragrance. It's too much for the summertime, so that's why I stated. And this is one of the fragrances that I was thinking about like so much when it came to spring fragrances. But yeah, this is an amazing fragrance, very feminine leaning. Every single one of these fragrances I have in front of me today have stunning performance, like absolutely amazing performance. You know, 6 hours plus. This lasts about a good 8 to 10 hours, depending on how you spray, if you're a moderate sprayer. But yeah, this is a beautiful fragrance, very feminine, very upscale. This is a dress up fragrance. I see myself going to a, like maybe a girls' day out or a derby or a winery or something of that nature. Definitely got to be careful of the bees though. Because it is a beautiful, rich, amazing, sophisticated fragrance. Stunning, y'all. And this is Gucci Chant for the Nymph. So the next one we're going to get into is very familiar in Fragcom, and this is Benevolence. If you don't, this smells similar. To me, it's actually better because it doesn't have that sharp neroli like Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy, but this is by the House of Sillage, and this is an EDP, and this is Benevolence. Absolutely love this fragrance. In Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy, you get a really sharp neroli. It's almost a little too sharp sometimes. You get a lipsticky scent. I think it's the neroli and the orange blossom combination, like an irisy smell a little bit. But in Benevolence, you don't get that. You get more of the almond, the orange blossom. You get some anise. It's a very tamed Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. It's a little more sophisticated to me than Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. It's not as sweet in your face. So for me, even Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy is not a fragrance for the summertime. It's definitely that one because of the richness and the sweetness. You can definitely wear Love in the winter. This one is more for the spring because it's still on the sweeter end, but it's not as like sickly sweet as Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. But you get some almond in here, you get some anise, you get some orange blossom in here. You get some vanilla, you get some bergamot, which is not too sharp in here. I really don't get any bergamot in here. I pretty much get orange blossom, vanilla, and almond. It's a beautiful fragrance, and a little bit of anise just to amp that fragrance up, to give it a little more character, y'all. But this is some good stuff. Yeah, if I ran out of Benevolence, I'd probably buy it over again because it's such a stunning fragrance. And look at the bottle, the Swarovski crystals in here, the color of the bottle. Y'all, this is sharp. Who uses that word anymore, sharp? That's like a like an early 1980s word. Y'all, you looking sharp. So anyway, that's a word your grandma used, your great grandma used. But anyway, the next one we're going to get into is a beautiful vanilla. Now, a lot of vanillas are a little too rich for the summer. Some have a lot of florals in them. Some are like bright, like Ani. You can wear Ani, I think, you can wear Ani all year long pretty much. I definitely have a huge vanilla collection. But when I think of vanilla for like the cooler months, maybe going into the summer, like a little bit of sun outside, I think of like Annick Goutal. Now, this is a beautiful fragrance. I do have a little bit of a dent in here because I do wear Annick Goutal. It's a beautiful, beautiful, sensual, sexy vanilla fragrance. This is a dress-up vanilla type fragrance, a going out on a date vanilla type fragrance with a little bit of spice in here. I think there's some black pepper. There's definitely some vanilla. I think there might be some ginger in here as well. No, there's some black pepper, bergamot, tonka bean, vanilla. There's some white florals and incense. This is a stunning fragrance. Absolutely love this fragrance. This is the only Annick Goutal that I have. I've tried a couple of the other ones. Let's go ahead and spray this, but you definitely get, you know, You do get a little bit of brightness in the opening, and that's coming, I'm assuming, from the bergamot, but it blends very well. The incense, the white florals, the bergamot, the pepper, and the vanilla. This is a stunning vanilla fragrance, and this is definitely amazing for the fall. And this is Annick Goutal. I've been wearing this for the past maybe like year and a half. It's a beautiful fragrance, and I absolutely love it. I love the bottle as well. Get your nose on Annick Goutal. Nuit et Confidence, okay? I think that's how you pronounce it. So the next one we have is, of course, I had to include, Kayali has multiple fragrances, you know, for the spring all year long, but definitely for the spring. You have Utopia. I was going to include Utopia, you know, because that one, you can wear that one in the summer as well, but it is a really creamy, sweet, powdery, white floral and yellow floral fragrance. It's stunning. Vanilla 28 is amazing as well. Elixir, I absolutely love, but I wear Elixir over in Africa a lot, but Elixir is definitely good for the fall winter because of that beautiful red apple note, patchouli, the rose in there. It's really juicy, but the patchouli kind of grounds it, making it amazing for the fall winter. Stunning fragrance. Absolutely love Elixir. So anyway, but now we're going to be talking about Deja Vu White Flower. A lot of people might not wear this in the summertime because they might consider the white florals in here a little too sharp. There is a beautiful note of gardenia in here. There's tuberose, there's peach. That is pretty much what I get in this fragrance. There's some vanilla in here, some sandalwood. It's absolutely amazing. Also in here, you have your orange blossom, and did I mention tuberose? Most of these fragrances here that I'm speaking of today, they have tuberose inside. Let's go ahead and spray this. You already know my favorite atomizers, hands down, but absolutely love Deja Vu White Flower 57. You know, there's a dent, but yeah, love, love, love this stuff. It's very sophisticated and upscale. It's a little grown, so it's not for, you know, maybe not your early 20s, unless you got a grown 20-year-old, y'all. So anyway, absolutely love this fragrance. Deja Vu White Flower 57, gorgeous for the spring. So the next one we have is Twilly. Now Twilly I really wasn't a fan of, and this is the original Twilly de Hermes. I really wasn't a fan of when I initially bought it. So I've worn it a couple times already, and it's growing on me, but I think it's a stunning fragrance for the spring. So in Twilly, you have your beautiful note of ginger. You have some bitter orange. You have some bergamot, vanilla, orange blossom, sandalwood, tuberose, jasmine, and vanilla. Now it's a beautiful fragrance. I will admit that it is. You know, love the cute little bottle. Always, every time I go, I fly international and I go through the airport, I've always picked up Twilly and I've always smelled it, but I've never really given it a second thought. I think I've like tried Twilly over the past maybe 7 years, 6, 7 years, because I think I originally saw it when I went to Thailand, which was about 6, 7 years ago, and I kept picking it up, but you know, I was like, I never put too much thought into it up until now, when I have developed over the past couple of years a love for the note of ginger. Yeah, I put ginger in everything. My drinks, my food, like everything. I try to take it on a daily basis in its natural form though, in juices. So let's go ahead and spray this. Atomizer is, you know, not that great, but Twilly is good for the spring because it gives you tuberose, it gives you vanilla, it gives you ginger, all those notes, but it also gives you creaminess. And it gives you an amazing sillage as well. I would not wear this in the summertime because for me, maybe you might want to wear the other ginger one, in the yellow bottle. For me, this one's a little too creamy for the summertime. The beautiful note of sandalwood and ginger, it's like amazing, y'all. So yeah, love this. I might make this as my signature of the night tonight when I go to work. But yeah, love Twilly now, and it definitely grew on me, y'all. Twilly de Hermes, the original. So the next one is one of my favorites, and I only have two by the House of Amouage. Absolutely love Love tuberose, which is the one we're going to be talking about today. Definitely amazing for the spring because of the whipped cream note and the woody notes in here. And I have materials, stunning fragrance. They both, I love them both. I've tried so many on-wash fragrances, but for now, those are the only two that I've fallen in love with. So in here, you have your tuberose, gardenia, whipped cream, vanilla, jasmine, and a couple other notes, but that is what I pretty much get in the gist of this fragrance. You know, you pretty much get a really pretty creamy whipped cream tuberose and a beautiful jasmine, and it dries down slightly woody, but absolutely love this fragrance, y'all. This is one of my favorite tuberose fragrances. I would consider this to be in my top 10 of tuberose fragrances, probably my top 5, y'all. This is some good stuff. So love tuberose by the House of Amouage. So the next we have is my beloved Trussardi, and this is a I can't pronounce this. It's so difficult. Passagiata, okay, and this is from a different line. Love the bottles of this line. This is the Leve di Milano line, okay, a very exclusive, you know, a very upscale line from the traditional Trussardi fragrances. But this is Passagiata in Galleria. Just call it Galleria. This is Galleria, okay? So I already told you once before that this fragrance reminds me of two fragrances combined. This reminds me, of course, of Powdery Killian's Love Don't Be Shy, or like Benevolence, something like that. You can take either two of those fragrances because they smell alike. And then it reminds me of, what's the one in the red bottle? I can't even think of it right now. But it's the Killian in the red bottle with the tuberose and the almonds. Yeah, I just I can't even speak, y'all. Brain fart, okay? Basically, that's what I have right now. So anyway, this fragrance, because of the note of hazelnuts, it's beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this. The tops always come off. There's a little cap, a gold cap, but the top is so hard to take off these bottles, y'all. Oh, so, okay. So I guess we won't be spraying that one right now. Oh, yeah, hold on, let me grab the top, okay? Because I definitely want to spray it and smell the top, smell the fragrance. All right, so let's go ahead and spray this. All kind of bloopers over here today. So we'll go ahead and spray this on my hand. I'll fix it later. Amazing atomizer. I don't want to put the top on right now. I'll just press it on lightly. But the bottle's stunning, you know. Absolutely love this. You definitely get the note of coffee, hazelnut, and I think there's whipped cream in here as well. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. But you definitely get the coffee, hazelnut, whipped cream, and there's a really light tuberose scent in here as well. You also have some coconut, vanilla, and jasmine, and there's a couple other notes in here as well. But that is pretty much what you get. You know, it dries down to a beautiful coconut tuberose, but you still get the hazelnut. The coffee kind of, you know, dissipates a little bit. It goes away, but you get the hazelnut, the tuberose, the whipped cream, and a little bit of a coffee note, y'all. It's a beautiful fragrance. Absolutely love it. This will be too cloying for the summer, too creamy. It's creamy and woody at the same time. So I definitely recommend this for the spring. Love this fragrance. Get your nose on it. These tops are extremely hard to take off. But yeah, that's the only mishap about this fragrance. Other than that, I absolutely love it. And look how the, yeah, I guess because of the oil, hopefully that dries off. It doesn't leave spots on the bottle. Yeah, because there's oil on there. So anyway, this is a fragrance that I wore yesterday, and I fell completely in love all over again. This is by the House of Floriku, and no, this is not one umbrella for two. I only have two Floriku fragrances. There is one other one that I love, but it is very hard to find, but I'm going to find it, okay? And it was an exclusive at Harrods, but the bottle was gorgeous. It had saffron inside, and I gotta find it, y'all, so hopefully we'll see. So this is Ayo, okay? It always reminds me of DMX, Ayo, you know, when he says that, but rest in peace, DMX. Y'all, this fragrance right here, I sprayed this on and I wore this as my scent of the day yesterday. I was mesmerized, especially in the dry down. It's beautiful, it's creamy, it's citrusy, it's just stunning. So let me give you the notes. I love the House of Floriku because their fragrances are blended so very well, and they're just stunning fragrances, you know, all together. So in AO, you have fig, which I absolutely love in fragrances. You have fig, violet, you have some tangerine, tonka, pink pepper, myrrh oil, jasmine, Haitian vetiver, and you have some, that is all right now. So in here, you definitely get the fig is amazing in here. I love a good fig fragrance, but you get that mandarin, you get the slight vetiver note, more in the opening. You really don't get much vetiver in the dry down, but you get that pink pepper in the dry down. You get some vanilla, you get the fig, you get the violet, you get the mandarin orange. It's such a delicious fragrance, you know? Definitely unisex. I sprayed this on, this fragrance lasts, and I think I sprayed it only 5 or 6 times. It lasted at least 12 hours with moderate projection, sillage, all of that. It is so beautiful, you know? Now, it is a little green, you know, it doesn't lean feminine, or it doesn't lean masculine or feminine. It's definitely unisex. I think that fig and the vanilla and the pink pepper is giving it a little bit of sweetness in the dry down and the citrus notes. But like I love this. And you guys know that I don't like super masculine fragrances. You know, I'm very fruity, floral, sweet. I love sweet fragrances. But the pink pepper in here and the fig and the mandarin, did I say? It's some citrusy, the tangerine, that's what it is. There's a difference between tangerine and mandarin. When I think of this, and the tonka is giving it that vanilla scent. When I think of a mandarin orange, I think of like a really juicy, like small clementine or something like that, or tangerine. That is what I think of. This is very juicy. Y'all, anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about this. Anyway, get your nose on AO. Make sure you wear it until the dry down and appreciate it in the dry down, y'all. Wear it full body, because you can't just spray it on your hand and leave it at that, okay? So the next one we have is, let's see. Oh, all right. So Leisure in Paradise. And this is, don't reach for this fragrance, but I've been wearing them a lot lately. But Leisure in Paradise is amazing for the spring. Now, this reminds me slightly of, and I think I've said this before in this review, of Cruz del Sur 2. But Cruz del Sur 2, it has that like a little bit of a rancid, like fruit cake note. You know, the old fruit cake that you get for Christmas with the cherries on top. Cruz del Sur 2 has a little bit of that note. I still really, really like the fragrance, and I'm not ready to give Cruz del Sur 2 up. But this, because of the mango note, and it kind of smells like white chocolate and the dry down. Now, this is Leisure in Paradise. Absolutely love Leisure in Paradise. It smells like a better Cruz del Sur 2. I don't know if you can find this anywhere. These fragrances are like absolutely hard to find. Because I could definitely use, now I'm not going to talk about backup bottles, so let's throw that out the window. So yeah, it's an amazing fragrance. So in here, I think it's the papaya that's so mesmerizing in here. So in here you have your papaya, you have some pineapple, vanilla, coconut, and some woody notes. Now this smells like there's mango inside to me as well. The mango, papaya, and the vanilla, you know, it's giving me mango sticky rice. That is what this fragrance is giving me. Like, I don't know if it's the Asian or the Filipino. When I went to the Philippines, you know, my daughter loves the mango sticky rice. I work with a ton of Filipinos that I absolutely love, you know. But they always eat mango sticky rice. And that is what I'm getting from this. There's also a Killian's fragrance that has like rice and mango in it as well. I kind of get that from this here too. But this to me is so much better because of the papaya, the coconut, and the vanilla. And it dries down to a beautiful, you get all of those notes. It's very linear. You get all of them still the whole time, the life of the fragrance, but you get a really pretty, like a really woody scent as well on top of the fruity notes. And the woody notes in here makes this amazing for the spring because it still gives you a little bit of the cooling. The woodiness to me feels like it should be worn when it's a little cool outside. Amazing sillage, amazing performance, all of that. Absolutely love Leisure and Pleasure. Leisure and Pleasure by Simone Andreoli. It's amazing, y'all. So the next one we have is Madeline or Madeline, and this is by Masque Milano. Absolutely love this fragrance. In here, in the top notes, you have your whipped cream, you have some chestnuts, you have some tuberose in here. You also have some cumin, which I really don't get in this fragrance, even though I do like the note of cumin in fragrance. You have some milk, vanilla, tonka, musk, and geranium. Geranium gives it a slightly green, sometimes rosy scent, but I don't get any of that in here. Basically, I get maple. This fragrance to me smells like maple syrup pancakes, with like some hazelnuts drizzled on top and a dollop of whipped cream. That is what this fragrance brings to me. The tuberose in here is not even heavy. This is very creamy. It's milky, you know. It's sweet, it's nutty. I absolutely love it. This is one of my like favorite gourmands. And this is Madeline by the House of Masque Milano. I love this stuff, y'all. Get your nose on it. So the next one we have is Tamarindo. So Tamarindo, a lot of people say smells like Coco Chanel Mademoiselle, and I get that. But I don't know, they're in two different categories. You can wear Coco Chanel Mademoiselle because it lacks a little less patchouli than this one. This one's a little more woody. There's a little more patchouli in here. Coco Chanel Mademoiselle is a little fresher. There's a little more citrusy notes. It's brighter because of the mandarin orange and the bergamot, I think, inside. This one's a little sexier, darker, nighttime. That's why it's great for the spring, more in the cooler months. So in here, in Tamarindo, you have tuberose again. You also have some citruses. You got orange and mandarin orange. You got some peach, pineapple, coconut, ylang-ylang. You have some vanilla and patchouli. Let's go ahead and smell this. The patchouli in here is a little earthy, you know. It's not dirty, but it's earthy. So yeah, absolutely love this. If you took extra patchouli, you know, and a little bit of pineapple and added this to Coco Chanel Mademoiselle and some woody notes, then you probably have this pretty much on point. But yeah, love Tamarindo. It's an amazing fragrance for the spring. Gives you a beautiful sillage, you know, beautiful projection, all of that, y'all. Get your nose on Tamarindo. If you don't like patchouli, stay away from this fragrance because it's definitely a really earthy, patchouli heavy fragrance, but you get all those fruity notes on top of it to mask a little bit of that patchouli scent. The patchouli just carries the fragrance, you know, makes it last longer, gives it a little more depth. But yeah, absolutely love Tamarindo by the House of Mimo Paris. So the next one we have, I wanted to include my Narciso Ombre, even though a lot of people might think this is, I didn't talk about this yet, right? No. This almost reminds me of this, okay? But this one is a little more vanilla-y. You know, there's a little more richer vanilla in this fragrance. And you get, I think there's Frangipani and Ylang-Ylang in here as well, but there's more vanilla in this one, y'all. Delicious. So anyway, in here, and you get your musk in here as well. This is a beautiful note, a beautiful tropical scent, but the muskiness, you know, makes it amazing for, yeah, like this is good. Vanilla, musk, you get ylang-ylang, you get frangipani in here. You get your yellow and white florals. You get vanilla in here as well. Stunning, stunning fragrance for the spring. But like I said, this is a little too musky. You can wear this in the summertime if you like muskier scents, but it's amazing for the spring, y'all. Amazing scent. And this is Narciso Ombre. Last but not least, I won't talk your ear off, you know, for much longer. We have Martinique. Absolutely love this fragrance, but this fragrance almost, and I was looking at the notes, and the notes are almost similar, y'all. This fragrance almost reminds me of AO. I don't know which one came out first, but this is Eden Falls. I love, love, love Eden Falls, but it has some of the same similar notes as AO, but I love AO more because it has fig inside, which gives it so much more character, fig and the violet, than Eden Falls, but I love Eden Falls as well. By the House of Martinique. So in here you have your pink pepper bergamot, you have tangerine as well, as in AO, pink pepper as in AO. You have your coriander, jasmine, neroli, you have some milk mousse to make it a little creamy and milky, you have some vanilla, musk, and patchouli. Now this fragrance is not patchouli heavy. Let's go ahead and spray this. I haven't worn this since, I think I purchased this in summer, or actually I purchased this in spring of last year. Let's go ahead and spray this. Amazing atomizer. So you definitely get that milk mousse, the vanilla, the creaminess. You get the pink pepper, which is amazing. The tangerine, this is very unisex, but it's fruity, you know. Absolutely love this fragrance. You know, like I said, the pink pepper is the star. The milk mousse and the vanilla is the star, and the tangerine. And I'm absolutely loving this fragrance, you know. But like I said, it reminds me of AO, but AO has the fig and the violet that makes it stunning, y'all. But yeah, this is amazing, you know, amazing unisex fragrance for the spring. All right, I think that is it. I won't give you guys any more spring fragrances, okay? I think I've given you enough at this point. So let me know what are some of your spring fragrances down in the comments. You know, if you are a fragrance reviewer, then I pretty much already know your picks. You can or cannot let me know again, but I watched your videos, every single one of you. And go on to the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good, all of that, you guys. And, you know, buy some flowers, put some flowers in your home, you know, spruce your house up, you know, spruce your mentation up, you know, mental health is everything, y'all. Have an amazing day, and, you know, go on to the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good, all of that. And I love you all. Bye-bye.